Dr. Cathy Yeckel is an assistant professor at the Yale University School of Medicine. She researches the physiological mechanisms of human metabolism. She first learned of superstarch, the energy source in Generation UCAN, when presented with an independent study showing the effects of superstarch on athletes.
When they first started talking about just the properties of superstarch, I was very fascinated because the ability to stabilize blood sugar for so many different conditions, for diabetes, for glycogen storage, it has all the right elements to being something that is very revolutionary. We've always thought of energy as being like, oh, we need sugar, we need it now, we need it rapidly. And this turns everything on its head. This superstarch makes it so that, no, it's like give little bits over time, keep the system stable. So it's the exact opposite in terms of what everyone would always think of that you need for sports.
The University of Oklahoma study compared superstarch with maltodextrin, the energy source in many popular sports drinks. Superstarch was shown to release glucose steadily into the system without spike and crash.
It just trickles everything in so that the body doesn't perceive this jolt every few hours in terms of blood sugar. It's not trying to be rapid, it's trying to be very slow and time released. The whole idea is revolutionary.
Generation UCAN is different from many of today's popular sugar-based sports drinks.
So if you look at other sports drinks, they've gone with the traditional ideas, which is give rapid sugar. Now, we want it now, we want it now, we want it now. But it also means that you're dosing. So through a given marathon, the person is constantly drinking, say for an example. And so your blood sugar is going up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's to try to, up and down, to try to keep it fairly stable. Well, it doesn't need to happen. What's great about the superstarch is it becomes very clear you may not need to have that happen.
The Oklahoma trial also shows that superstarch allows the body to use its fat as a source of energy fuel during exercise and enhances fat burn post-workout by keeping insulin levels stable.
Because of the sugar is so stable, the body doesn't need it doesn't need such a huge surge in insulin to take care of that sudden jolt of sugar in the bloodstream. And so what that means is that the body doesn't perceive that there's any change, so it can keep burning fat. So it's this wonderful, it's the wonderful coupling of just having stability and then with stability means that you can keep burning fat, which is what the body really wants to burn. It just, the minute you take in sugar, it wants to switch over to sugar because it has to use that. It has to get it out of the bloodstream. With normal sports drinks, juices, whatever you take in, the body has to deal with it. And so it's not ideal for fat burn. You're switching off. The fat cells are so sensitive to any little bits of insulin. So if you start to increase your insulin because it has to take care of the blood sugar, basically fat burning is out the window.
Dr. Yeckel says superstarch is a game changer for athletes who need a product that's gentle on their stomach during exercise.
The whole idea is revolutionary. And the idea that superstarch can accomplish that because it is complex molecule, so it doesn't cause the same gastrointestinal distress, and so that's always been the game that drinks have had to play in terms of people actually using them, because the minute you ingest sugar, that means that the water is going to enter the GI tract, and that's really hard on people. If you're weight bearing, like running or doing anything, which is most sports, right? Your GI tract is going up and down, so it's really nice to not have something that's going to cause a lot of distress.
Dr. Yeckel says superstarch's ability to keep the body functioning normally during and after a workout is what makes Generation UCAN a revolutionary product in sports nutrition.
It starts to really change the way that we think about how sports nutrition in general and during exercise, but in general for the whole profile of how you surround exercise in daily life in terms of healthy environment and healthy body and what's ideal and what's not.